Oh. That was my that was my imitation of a horse. Huh. Fancy meeting Fran here. Fancy meeting me here at my own dinner. Here we are having the dinner. Isn't it great to not be getting unconsensually touched by people trying to push a media narrative down your throat for 2 seconds? Isn't that nice? Isn't it nice that I'm the guy that's not letting a chat full of buffoons uh, be the peanut gallery while I try to push some sort of media narrative slanted one way or the other down your throat? Isn't it funny how YouTube has become the exact thing that the YouTube community once upon a time sought to destroy? Isn't that funny? Isn't it funny how I'm kind of the last one of the many ignored last bastions of things that used to be cool about the internet? Isn't it funny how that the world works like that? Isn't it great how whenever I do talk about a current event, it's my genuine thought and opinion. I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. Do you enjoy you guys have the money that you owe me for the wrongdoings that the world has done to me? It's your payments that you owe me are past due. You're past due on your paying me not to work payments. You're behind. You're behind, and I'm accruing interest on the debt that you owe me for the as the reparations for the wrongdoings done to me by the world. It's about time that I get paid to not work. You know, it's about time that I get paid to not work. While we're here having a good time, this is my idea of a podcast. You know, this is my idea of a podcast, and really, you should be thanking me for running a YouTube channel that doesn't have a chat full of buffoons saying nonsense. That's always one thing. You know, that's one thing that I caught on to eventually, is that, you know, there's no such thing as free speech. And at the end of the day, if you're running a corner of the internet that has a bunch of morons saying stupid shit, that's entirely your fault, because you don't have to surround yourself with that bullshit, is a good way to put it. You don't have to surround yourself with that stupidity. It's unproductive. You know, if you have found yourself in the unfortunate situation where someone has gotten in your ear and tried to convince you that you need to be around a bunch of morons on the internet that are like begging to run into someone that has the time and energy to track them down and confront them for being morons, which is what they're banking on not happening entirely. Their entire operation is banking on them not running into the one person that has the time and the resources to track them down for threatening random people and being a pitchfork mob of idiots that seek to do harm to others for little to no reason. Like, their entire operation is banking on them not running into people that have the capability, or not running into people more capable than them that have the ability to track them down for merely threatening people, which entirely exist in today's day and age. And a lot of these people's operations just entirely bank on them never running into someone. And it could literally even be me, really, at the end of the day. Like, it wouldn't take a ton of money to pay someone to tell me where one of these people are. But like, it's just funny to me that their entire operation banks on them not running into the one person willing to track them down and enact repercussions on them for just being abhorrent human beings on all fronts. It's funny, but I've more than proven that I was not once bullshitting when I said that I would put, if I were betting, I would bet on me beating any of these people if they ever grew the spine to actually on camera spar one of the people that they've acted like literal uncivilized buffoons to for little to no reason, for getting a taste of their own medicine. But yeah, it's hilarious to me that there's this many people that cannot govern themselves with any philosophical or moral consistency, and that's really all the world has at the end of the day. I mean, look at Mexico. Mexico doesn't work as a nation, and what I mean by that is Mexico doesn't function well as a nation, yet their people how do I put this? They spent my entire life acting acting smug. They've spent my entire life acting smug and like they know better, despite the matter of the fact being that their country is not ran well, and it was never ran well, never will be ran well. And in spite of that, not only Mexico, but the entire region south of the United States consists of some of the most smug, degenerate morons that I've ever seen, even in comparison to Americans. Even if it's someone from that region that knows something that is technically of value, they're just a moron on any philosophical front. And like, these people came here, acted like they knew better than a country they sought refuge in, and then on top of it, just the other day, they started burning their own country down. They started burning Mexico down because an unelected criminal got killed. So that would be like if we started burning the United States down after Epstein disappeared from federal custody. Like that would be like if we started rioting because Epstein got brought to court finally after the entire military, federal police, local police, state prosecutors, state judges, federal judges. I bet the fucking Supreme Court at one point refused to arrest Jeffrey Epstein. But that would be like once the day finally came where the law got enforced, much like the immigration thing. Like, we're just all sitting here waiting for the law to get enforced on everyone but poor people here in the United States. But in spite of that, that would still be as if we started burning the United States down when Jeffrey Epstein got arrested. That's literally what happened in Mexico the other day. And you want to tell me, and I'm talking to Mexicans and everyone that lives south of the United States, you want to tell me that you know better than this place? You want to tell me that you know better than this place? It doesn't matter how amoral this place is, but you want to tell me you know better than this place? You want to come here and act like we need to do things your way when you've created a system that starts rioting when a criminal gets murdered, a literal murderer, when a murderer gets murdered. That's when you guys have had enough. That's when it's all got to stop. You were okay with everything until a murderer got murdered. But you want to come here and act like you know better. give me compensations for the wrongdoings that the internet has done to me, and then I will feel the need to care that you are curious about my YouTube shorts. If you want me to care that you're curious about my YouTube shorts, then go ahead and pay me to not work as reparations for the literal crimes that the internet has committed against me, including and up to kidnapping and attempting to unalive me. Since the internet that you listen to and are beholden to has committed many crimes against me, up to attempted unaliving and kidnapping, using my own government to kidnap me, by the way. You may now pay me to not work, since I have the most VR boxing wins in the world, and the internet that you are beholden to has committed many heinous crimes that have gone unprosecuted because my local police fucking suck. So because my local police fucking suck, the many crimes that the internet has committed against me, including and up to attempted unaliving and kidnapping me, using my own government to kidnap me, using my own federal police to kidnap me, since those crimes have gone unprosecuted, and since I have not been paid reparations for my own government, this is not the first time this has happened in my family tree, by the way. There is a long history of the U.S. government attempting to end my family tree by use of our own military and police against my family. This is a long-standing tradition of the U.S. government either being used by corporations as pawns to attempt to unalive my family over the generations since we have moved to these United States that you people so ignorantly call America, even though America is several continents. So if you're curious about my YouTube shorts, you may begin paying me to not work, which will act as reparations for the many unprosecuted crimes that the internet that you are beholden to. You're beholden to the internet, and the internet has committed many unprosecuted crimes against me. So if you want me to care about anything you have to say, you may begin paying me reparations. Yeah, no. I'm not sorry. Because if the internet that you are beholden to had succeeded in their endeavors, which included getting me fired from jobs, attempting to unalive me, using my own federal police to kidnap me, as well as attempting to unalive me via swatting me. All of these are unprosecuted crimes because my police fucking suck. And if they had succeeded in their goals, none of you would give a shit. And you would not even notice that I'm gone. You would forget that I ever streamed, and you would not look into it at all. Just like you half-assedly looked into my criminal record and did not notice the rampant corruption surrounding the many frivolous charges that I have, especially in light of the new revelations, which I've been telling you the entire time, which is that these police in my local area who fucking suck literally defend these corrupt businesses that hired illegal immigrants for decades and decades in this goddamn fucking shithole of a state, okay? Down to shutting down ICE operations that they tried to do in the 2000s to put a fucking cork in this immigration problem, okay? So that's the kind of shit that instead of you guys looking into that, you took the government documents that you pulled up specifically to try to incite harassment against me, and you read these bullshit government documents that don't at all go into the fact that I was a patsy for a piece of shit drug trafficker that's a literal murderer named Dustin Taylor, who not only sold firearms illegally, the motherfucker laced drugs. Dude would like cook crack in a fucking pan and then lace it with like fucking fentanyl. Dude would lace like heroin and he'd sell all that shit to junkies. And the dude literally fucking murdered people in the North Fort Myers, Cape Coral area. And that's who these corrupt ass police in this local area made me a goddamn patsy for and forever fucked my earning potential. And then you pieces of shit here on the internet recited their bullshit documents that they brought to court and had held fucking kangaroo court about me instead of putting the motherfucker that made the counterfeit money in handcuffs and then roped fucking poor people into cashing it so they could take the charges. So you let a fucking murderer walk free and you fucked my earning potential over for life. And then on top of that, these stupid motherfuckers on the internet bought your bullshit and then paraded around the fucking internet reciting your fucking lies to incite harassment against me. So you goddamn motherfuckers owe me reparation and you owe me paying me to not fucking work. Okay? Because we're fucking generations deep into you motherfuckers fucking over my family. Okay? You've been fucking my family over since the Harlan County War, and you've been doing that shit since the fucking, what's it called? Secret Service was called the fucking Pinkertons. Okay? You motherfuckers have been trying to end my goddamn family tree since we damn near got off the fucking boat in the United States from the fucking East. Okay? You're a bunch of pieces of shit. You've been doing this shit to my family for generations. It's a goddamn miracle my fucking family is even on Earth at this point, because you motherfuckers have literally been trying to fucking erase my family tree for fucking decades using the goddamn fucking military, the National Guard, the fucking corrupt ass local police forces. Okay? I don't even fucking know where to begin. My family literally participated in fucking World War II. Okay? It is a goddamn miracle. Okay? It is a literal fucking miracle that you buffoons have not accidentally ended my fucking family tree generations ago with your fucking corrupt ass idea of court systems and policing. Okay? So, with that being said, you have now tried to do that to me here in current year. Okay, you've tried to do the same corrupt ass bullshit to me that you've been doing to my fucking family for hundreds of years. So you're gonna fucking pay me to not work in light of the fact that I was 1000% correct that you motherfuckers are more interested in defending corrupt businesses than you are having a society. Okay? Every motherfucker with a badge is more interested in defending fucking diddlers and corrupt businesses that have hired illegals for fucking decades in this shithole of a state that you call a conservative state. So in light of that, and in light of how many times you fucked my family over in my lifetime alone, and how many times you fucked me over in my lifetime alone, you're gonna fucking pay me to not work. Okay? And every goddamn day that goes on that you don't pay me to not work. I'm going to make shit worse for you guys, such as me getting the most VR boxing wins after you fucking buffoons failed in your endeavors to do the same shit to me that you've been doing to my family for fucking hundreds of years in this shithole country. Yeah, I wasn't terribly broken up when Patty Pimblett got his fat ass face broken up on stream. I was busy having the most VR boxing wins. Something that people that talk with your grammatical structure have never done. It sucks to be you. Let me know when you're ready to pay me not to work. Let me know when you got my reparations. I'm not here for your approval, by the way. I don't know if you've noticed or not, but you're about 2 years late to the party. Okay, you're about 2 years late. I've already accomplished having the most VR boxing wins, and you were nowhere to be found while that was happening. So I'm not here for your fucking approval. You were nowhere to be found when the police were ignoring the fact that motherfuckers swatted me. Okay, you were nowhere to be found when the police weren't giving a fuck that motherfuckers were getting me fired. Meanwhile, the police threatened to put me in handcuffs every time I disrespect one of these corrupt businesses for firing me because the internet called them, or firing me for no goddamn reason, or not paying me enough fucking money and then firing me for telling them to pay me enough fucking money. So you were nowhere to be found while that was happening. Not only that, you weren't lifting a finger to do anything about that while that was happening. So you can begin paying me reparations for the fact that the internet that you're beholden to did that to me, and every day that you don't, I'm going to not only make the world a worse place for you and everyone you give a shit about and everything you give a shit about, I'm also going to continue doing shit like having the most VR boxing wins, making money in spite of the fact that you don't want me to make money. I'm going to continue breathing air. I'm going to continue streaming. I'm going to continue doing shit that your entire culture is incapable of doing, just to give you a giant middle finger to you and everyone that acts like you and speaks the language that you speak face. And on top of that, I also might ban you just because you don't have my reparations. Okay, just because you don't have my reparations for what the internet that you're beholden to has done to me, I might ban you. That's how much I'm not here for your approval, because you're a literal servant of diddlers. Okay, you're a literal servant of diddlers. Yeah, that's too many words. That's too many words. I'm not reading all that because you haven't given me any of the fucking reparations that you owe me. You haven't given me any of the reparations that you owe me, and I'm not here for your approval on top of it. So fuck off. I'm not going to read all those words because I'm entirely not here for your approval, and I'm only interested in the reparations that you owe me at this point. Because you, not only are you complicit in the status quo that enabled a cabal of kid diddlers to manipulate the country that I grew up in, not only were you complicit in the status quo that led to a cabal of kid diddlers that call me cattle running this shithole of a country, you did not show up with my reparations in hand that you owe me for being beholden to an internet that has attempted to take my life. So since you did not show up with the reparations that you owe me in hand, and you expected me to read all these words and care about what you have to say, you are now out of the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Goodbye. Come back with my reparations. You can either come here with the reparations that you owe me in hand, or you can fuck off. That's where we're at now. You're gonna pay me not to work, because I shouldn't have to suffer under this bullshit system that you've enabled, that I've told you is bullshit and been correct about my entire life. You're not going to put me in this system with a fucking, what's it called, social credit red flag on my record that says do not hire this person to do this job, that job, that job, this job. All right, I'm not gonna walk around at a fucking disadvantage and be barred from fields and professions because of your bullshit two-tiered justice system, two-tiered social credit justice system. All right, you're not gonna fucking hold me under this two-tiered justice system where the fucking rich people get to be a fucking diddler cabal and then fucking sit here and fucking talk down to me my whole life for fucking streaming on fucking YouTube. You guys can go fuck yourselves. This whole state can go fuck itself for calling this fucking justice. And you're gonna pay me goddamn reparations, and you're gonna fucking pay me not to work. Or else I'm gonna make this place even fucking shittier for you pieces of fucking shit. Bunch of fucking servants and diddlers. Think I give a fuck about their words? I was right this whole fucking time. I was right this whole goddamn time. I was right before the Cape Coral Police Department ever put fucking handcuffs on me to make me a patsy for a fucking, what's it called, drug trafficker that fucking sells weapons and fucking, what's it called, cooked crack in a pan and then fucking laced it with fentanyl and then sold it to fucking junkies so they fucking overdose. So like, you made me a patsy in a world where fucking a diddler cabal has been running this country the whole fucking time. You made me a patsy for a fucking fat piece of shit named Dustin Taylor, who fucking laced drugs that caused many people to overdose on top of selling weapons in the North Fort Myers and Cape Coral area, all right, of Lee County. And you want to permanently cap my earning potential because that piece of shit was roping poor people into cashing counterfeit money for him, all right? So you guys wanted to fuck my earning potential over for life for that fat piece of shit. All right. And on top of that, I was right the entire time about you pieces of fucking filth that run this piece of shit state called Florida being more interested in defending these corrupt businesses that hired fucking illegals and let illegals defraud the government, okay? You're more interested in defending businesses that do that than you are actually giving a fuck about the citizens of this nation, okay? You're more interested in that than you are actually giving a fuck about defending the citizens of this nation. And it's because you're fucking garbage, and I was right this whole time, down to the fact that you're more interested in defending a cabal of fucking diddlers that run this nation than you are giving a fuck about the people that live here, which is why this is a transient goddamn state and why it's a fucking shithole. This is a transient shithole, and it's a transient shithole because you motherfuckers running this place are more interested in defending a fucking cabal of diddlers than you are making this a cool place to live. So when you have my reparations in hand, let me know. Otherwise, don't fucking talk to me, because I was right the entire goddamn time. I've been right my entire goddamn life. Let me know when you have my fucking reparations in hand. That's all I want to hear from you. Otherwise, don't fucking talk to me. I was right the whole goddamn time, and you fucking ignored me while I told you that these motherfuckers were fucking with me for no reason. And that's why I'm gonna make shit as bad for all of you motherfuckers as I can, because you motherfuckers were nowhere to be found other than fucking casting stones at me and laughing like the fucking peanut gallery you are the whole time that these fucking servants of diddlers were calling my fucking workplace and getting me fired for being right on the internet. We're getting the FBI, my own goddamn government, to fucking kidnap me for being right on the internet. Swatting me, literally attempted murder. So this is the shit that you motherfuckers were nowhere to be found while it was happening to me, and it is, as I said the entire time, because you're fucking servants of a cabal of fucking diddlers. So all you motherfuckers can shut up, and you can let me know when you have my fucking reparations in hand, because that's all I want to hear from you motherfuckers. Otherwise, you people can go fuck yourselves. Every single one of you can go fuck yourselves, because I was right the entire goddamn time, and you people were nowhere to be found while these motherfuckers were fucking with me for no reason. And it's because you're useless fucking idiots. It's because you're useless fucking idiots. So when you have my reparations in hand, come tell me that. Otherwise, don't tell me a goddamn thing. I don't want to read your stupid fucking words. Your words have never said anything of value. They never will say anything of value. I'm the only one that I've heard say anything of goddamn value ever. The whole 3 to 4 years I've been running this YouTube channel, the only person that I've ever heard say a goddamn thing that's relevant to anything is me on this channel. So you guys can shut the hell up and let me know when you have my fucking money, because that's all that I want to hear, and that's all that I'm going to let be said by you motherfuckers. The only thing I'm going to let you motherfuckers say is when you have my reparations in hand, and I want to be paid to not work for the rest of my life. And I want to be paid to not work for the rest of my life because I was correct and you motherfuckers attacked me for being correct. Okay? You motherfuckers attacked me for being correct, and because of that, you're going to pay me to not work for the rest of my fucking life. Otherwise, I'm going to make shit as bad as I can, and I'm going to continue to make shit as bad as I can for you motherfuckers. Okay? That's where we're at, and let me know when you got my fucking money. That's the only thing I'm interested in hearing from you motherfuckers, is when you have my motherfucking money. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear when you have my money in hand and when you're going to pay me to not work for the rest of my life. crust.